in this video we are going to learn about snakes. We are going to look at what makes these some of the coolest creatures in the world. Snakes are reptiles with no legs and a long body. Like all reptiles, snakes are vertebrates, meaning they have spines. It might not seem like a snake has a spine because of how a snake slithers around, but they do. All snakes have a spine. Also, like other reptiles, snakes are covered in scales. The scales come in different shapes and sizes depending on the snake. These scales protect the snake's body and can help retain moisture. All of the scales of a snake together are called the snake skin. The snake skin is shed on a regular basis in a snake's life as a snake outgrows its old skin. This process of shedding its skin is called molting. Molting is something that just naturally happens as the snake grows. The snake will sometimes rub against things to try to remove the old skin. Then they just abandon the old skin. Then people who walk by are like, okay, someone just molted, alright? You know, some snake just molted over here. To review, snakes are reptiles with no legs and a long body. Snakes have a spine. They are vertebrates. Another thing about snakes is snakes are covered in protective scales. These scales together are called the snake skin. Snakes shed their skin through a process called molting, which is weird but also really cool. Next, we are going to talk about a snake's tongue. A snake's tongue may look a little scary, but they are anything but scary to the snake. They have a very surprising job. Notice first that the tongue of a snake is forked. A forked tongue is something every snake has. The word forked means that it is divided at the end. The end of a snake's tongue is forked. It is divided into two parts. Now, before we talk about the special job of a snake's tongue, notice that just like us, a snake has two nostrils. But here's the thing. Snakes do not use their nostrils to smell. That's right. So, how do snakes smell? Snakes use their tongues to smell. Isn't that weird? They use their tongues to smell. And because snakes have a forked tongue, they can smell in different directions. It is like they have 3D smelling. When snakes flick their tongues, they are collecting information about their surroundings. They flick their tongues and bring their tongues to the roof of their mouth where they figure out what they are smelling. There are two steps to the smelling process, but without their tongues, snakes would not be able to smell anything around them. Now let's look at some more snake facts. This snake is just hanging out on the sidewalk, isn't he? This is fascinating. Snakes are found in every continent except Antarctica. That's right. Snakes are found in every continent except Antarctica. They are all over the world, which is a great thing. See, snakes are very important to each of the ecosystems they live in, and are helpful to us human beings too. Even if you're scared of them, snakes work hard to make this planet a better place to live. You might be wondering, what do these wiggly, slithery creatures do for us? Well, snakes are hunters. That's right, snakes are hunters. They love to hunt and kill small to medium-sized creatures. Without snakes, rodents, frogs, lizards, and more would be all over the place. The largest snakes in the world eat even larger creatures, but most snakes eat small to medium-sized creatures because they swallow their food whole. They don't chew like we do. Without snakes, this would be a very different world. It would be so imbalanced. It would also take a big food source away from other animals, especially birds. Large birds hunt snakes. Without snakes, they would have less to eat. As much as snakes are helpful, they are still scary to a lot of people, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. It is important to respect snakes and give them their distance. Never try to pick up a snake or try to make a snake angry. Snakes usually leave people alone, but if they feel threatened, they can bite. Some snakes have venom that can be very dangerous. It isn't worth the risk to pick up a snake. But that's for snakes in the wild. There are safe, non-venomous snakes that you can have as a pet, or you can ask to hold or to touch a snake with an adult's help at a pet store. We don't touch or pick up snakes in the wild because that is too risky. But pet snakes, or snakes that a parent or teacher say are safe to touch, are a great opportunity to have a real encounter with these awesome reptiles. Wow, snakes are so cool. Thanks for learning about snakes with us. I'm trying to figure out a name for this snake. He belongs to Chomsky, but Chomsky asked me to name him. That's weird. Anyway, I need some help. What is a good name for this snake? Slithers, Slinky, Bill, the Chestnut Valley Wiggler. Let us know in the comment section below what you think this snake's name should be, and we hope to catch you next time. Thanks for hanging out with us. You are awesome. In the middle of the screen, you can see there's a button you can click to subscribe to our channel, or you can click one of these two boxes to watch a different video. But don't stop learning now. Go ahead, click.